fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Greetings YouTube, it is I, Dante Alighieri from the Dante Divinia Commedia channel. I want to apologize for my absence from YouTube. There were just a few personal things that I had to take care of, and real life is more important than YouTube. But once again, I do apologize for my absence. Now, this return video isn't going to be a video directed at my usual targets, i.e. the TFLers. I've had my fill of them for quite some time, but don't worry, I will go back to them if they do make any more idiotic fucking videos. No, this video is not directed at the TFLers. This video is directed at a group on the other side of the spectrum. Different, and yet the same. And that is, of course, the radical femmes. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about all radical feminists. I'm just talking about the ones who are anti-porn. And I am not even talking about every anti-porn femme out there. I'm talking about the ones who are on YouTube and who make videos, i.e. Iron Myth Per and Sale Polani. Because I severely doubt that Andrea DeWorkin, Gail Dines, and Shelley Lubin are all looking on YouTube for videos about anti-porn feminism that are contrary to their points. And now we can get to the point of this video. Now, this is something I've been wondering ever since I've heard about these anti-porn femmes. Why do they never bring up lesbian porn? Now, is it because they don't want to admit that women watch porn? Or is it that lesbian porn sort of fucks up their argument that porn leads men to rape, and it harms women, and it objectifies women? Well, wouldn't lesbian porn objectify women, because it's pretty much exclusively geared towards women? Who the fuck knows? Now, hey, if I'm wrong about them never bringing up lesbian porn, please tell me. Now, I know for certain they never bring up gay porn. The only time they ever bring up gay porn is to say that a man has to play the feminine role in that kind of porn. But have they never heard of power bottoms? Maybe I'm wrong, which I could be, but they never bring up power bottoms. They say that one man has to play the feminine role in sex in gay porn. Now, I may be wrong about lesbian porn, and I know they really never talk about gay porn in any real aspect besides one man has to play the woman, but I know one thing that they never talk about, and the kind of porn that they never bring up, which I am certain of, is femdom porn, which is an offshoot of BDSM. Now, for those of you who do not know, femdom porn is where a woman dominates a man, and sometimes a woman. Now, wouldn't you think that feminists would actually like femdom porn? But I guess I'm wrong. Now, this is a phrase that I've at least heard Gail Dines use, and that is violent pornography.
No, but you didn't know, but you didn't know. It's a violent pornography, choking chicks and sodomy, the kind of shit you get on your TV.
Now, funnily enough, Gail is not talking about BDSM porn, which has whipping and or chains and a rope. No, she's talking about mainstream porn. And I have to ask ya, Gail, what the fuck? Now, I don't know how many of you out there have actually watched a BDSM porn flick, but I'm sure most of you have seen a regular porn, and is there anything really violent about it? I think not. This just came to me, and it may be a little out of left field, but it might give some people some insight into the motivations of people like Gail Dines, Sale Polani, and Iron Myth Per. And that is, don't you find it mildly ironic that mainstream porn is being criticized by people who may not have been able to make it in mainstream porn because of the way they look? And yes, I know that sounds a little bit harsh and a little bit fucked up that I'm mentioning their appearances, but don't you think it shines some light on their motives for attacking mainstream porn. Oh, and by the way, yes, I know I parsed the quote from George Carlin, but you know what George Carlin said? Dead people don't give two shits about living people. Just saying. Now, what I'm about to say is going to be a bit of a backpedal to an earlier part of this video where I was talking about anti-porn feminists and how they claim that porn objectifies women. Porn may objectify women, but the anti-porn femmes are neglecting to point out that men are objectified in porn. Now, I'm not going to go into the objectification of men in homosexual porn because it's not the pertinent group here. I'm going to be talking about the objectification of men in heterosexual porn. Now, anti-porn femmes say that pornography affects women because it influences the way men interact with women and how they see women. Now, that might be true, but the pendulum swings both ways. Men can be affected by porn as well. Now, I'm not talking about what Gail Dine says when she was on Penn & Teller's bullshit that men need harder and harder porn to get off. It's not like a fucking drug. You don't need harder and harder stuff. You find your niche, you have your niche in porn. What I'm talking about is the psychological effect that porn has on men when women compare real men to the men in pornography. Now, I'm not saying that the men in porn are fake, but what I'm saying is if a woman watches porn, she might expect someone's penis to look like it did in the porn, and that's an unrealistic expectation. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an aside. It is related to the point I was making previously about the objectification of men, but it isn't about anti-porn femmes, and nor is it about pornography. It's about the insecurities of men, and I've never really heard anybody bring this up in a discussion. Now, certain feminists say that women are being made to feel inadequate when it comes to mainstream media with all these articles that say get slim and all that stuff. But I mean, there's also a flip side to that. There's the male side of that. Have you ever noticed how many fucking pills there are for making your dick get larger? There's a shitload. Men are very insecure about the size of their fucking penises, and it is because of women talking about it, with porn. With porn actors having humongous cocks, all in mainstream porn. And then there are just the plethora of articles about men's penises. And I saw this one article, or not this one article, but this one advertisement which made me fucking sick. It was pretty much like 90% of women say that size doesn't matter, and they're all fucking lying. And it's like, wow, really? Really? Fuckers, really? That's what you're gonna fucking put in? I don't know. Just, that's fucked up. And that anti-porn femmes say that men aren't objectified is fucking bullshit. And feminists who say that are fucking full of shit. That's pretty much my aside. That's pretty much my video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Abandon all hope ye who enter here. Peace out.